100 grams.
So I knew this was going to happen. And what did I know was going to happen? Well, if you have been on YouTube here recently, and maybe you don't follow these people, so maybe you haven't seen this trend, but I've seen it in the area of cameras and videography and photography. So many creators right now, they are burned out and that they're quitting their channels, or they're scaling down, or they're moving on to something else. And I saw this coming. And I just wanted to take a moment to talk about why I saw this coming. How YouTube works, if you've been here for a while or you've watched YouTube, you go on YouTube to find things that you are interested in. And typically you'll find a person that is interested in that same thing. So for instance, cameras. You follow this person because you like their critiques or you like their reviews on said camera. And as long as that creator continues to make content around that camera, they keep their followers, they get new followers, and so on and so forth. And probably the unsustainable part of YouTube, especially if you start out with that niche focus, pretty soon you want to do other things. And so what I saw was these creators really wanting to be known for something more than just reviewing a camera. Channel after channel after channel, there would be this ramp of, like, you know, several years of doing the content a certain way, and then all of a sudden they hit this like wall and they're kind of done, and they just have to stop and be like, I can't do this anymore. I want to do other things, but the machine keeps making them do the same content, because as soon as they step out of their lane, then the algorithm doesn't pick them up, and all of these different things happen. If you have a successful channel and you're making your income off of it, I can see where that could be very difficult and very challenging. All of that aside, so many have now basically said, I can't do this anymore, because they don't want to be known just as the camera guy. And I saw this coming from so long ago. I actually had several conversations with people. People get caught up in this one area that they are passionate about for a time, and they then create and become successful, and yet it defines them in a way that they don't want to be known just as the camera review person. And I get it, because think about ourselves. Like, maybe you're not a YouTube person, but you're known as fill in the blank, a position at your job, or a skill that you have, or playing instruments, or being a happy-go-lucky person, or maybe a negative person. But you're known for something, and yet that's not the whole person. You're more than just maybe what you're known for. I got nothing for you, buddy. All right, so I had to pause here real quick. I don't have the right lens on for this, but I had to pause anyway, because I'm here doing this video, and look what is like coming after me. I mean, they came over here thinking that I had food, I think, but I don't. So, oh well, they're gonna be a little disappointed. I hope that they don't attack me. You look a little mean, a little hungry. Because something that we all have in common that we want the most, whether we realize it or not, is to be known for who we really are. And it comes out in so many different ways. And even though here on YouTube, you might start out as a camera review guy, there comes a point, especially if there's a lot of people who think they know you or they're following you, you don't know even who I am fully, because I'm so much more than what you see on this screen. And it's fascinating to me, and sad at all at the same time that these creators, that these people get to this moment of crisis, that they've created this YouTube identity around a certain area that they're passionate about, and yet they realize that even in being successful in that area, it's not fulfilling because it's only a part of who they are. The funny thing, or perhaps the sad thing for me, is that because I have created really no niche in this channel, that I'm all over the board. I do vlogs and reviews and basically everything that I'm passionate about. It really doesn't get any traction on YouTube because I'm not defined by one thing. The cool thing is if ever this took off, I wouldn't have to change who I am, because who I am has been on this channel the whole time. And maybe really we should think about that in life. Are we being just part of who we are in the places that we're at, or are we really being our whole selves at our work, in our families, around our friends? Are we being authentic and real and really letting people know all facets of who we are? Are we being more than just what people know us for? So maybe something to think about. That's what I saw coming. I feel bad for these YouTubers who are burning out. I totally get it. Because my livelihood isn't wrapped up in this, and I haven't been successful in this, I really can't relate a ton, but I can definitely see the pattern. And yeah, if you're starting out on YouTube or really anywhere, just recognize that this could be a danger for any of us. I'm gonna go before the geese come back. That was a bit scary. I thought they were gonna come and peck at my legs or something. Anyway, all right, see you guys.